Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. We have a new update regarding all things ships and vehicles, so let us check it out. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for the support, it is truly appreciated. And before we begin, the TOBII Tracker 5 is currently on sale at 15% off for the next 12 days, in celebration of the upcoming release of starcitizen Alpha 323. Now, I highly recommend using them. I use one every time I play starcitizen, and they really immerse you into the game. And using the link below will take you to that offer, plus it will provide my channel with a direct kickback, helping to support my work. So thank you so much in advance if you choose to do so. So let us kick off with the RSI Zeus. Now, this ship continued in the beauty and polish stage, as we heard last month. The cockpit is now complete, which has established the standard for the remainder of the ship. The habitation area is receiving the last elements of polish, including resolving the ceiling and personal storage areas, and the cargo room ceiling had a pass, and the developers began finalizing the walls, and the mess hall is now also nearing completion, along with the central hallway. So a lot of the interior is getting close to completion, with just a few rooms now making their way to final. So things are really progressing well with the Zeus. For the Zeus's exterior, it says that it has progressed well, which now has a significantly increased level of detail throughout, and currently the team are going through all the other sections to ensure that they have the same level of detail. Plus, they are now looking at lighting, including a pass of every room and the entire exterior, after which it will be outfitted with proper fixtures. Now, although I don't own one, I'm really excited to see the ship come along. It is progressing very quickly, and it doesn't sound like it's too far away. Now, not necessarily in time for Invictus, but I get the impression that Alpha 323 will be the last patch until 4.0 comes out. So, of course, this will potentially mean we could see a few patches, like a 0.1, 0.2, maybe even a 0.3 and 4, if they feel necessary. And they will, of course, want to release some new vehicles throughout that time. So my guess is more likely after Invictus for the Zeus, but still within the 323 branch. Now, again, we don't know which Zeus they're talking about. I don't think they're going to release all three. I think it is likely to be the Clipper, or the cargo variant, as that would coincide nicely with the cargo updates that are coming also in a 323 point patch. Anyway, let's move on to the Anvil Legionnaire, which is a boarding ship. Now, it says that the white box is now complete, though requests were made to improve its usability when boarding hostile vehicles. So the devs are currently exploring options for collapsible cover that is built into the boarding tunnel. Now, quite an interesting idea. It will be a bit of a difficult issue to solve, as having every member of the boarding party running through a single narrow tunnel as you enter a hostile ship. So, not the best method for boarding, and chances are, if someone has an LMG, they will just mow everybody down. So not an easy issue to work out, and the Legionnaire, although in active development, will likely not come along for a little while yet, as white box is very early on in the process. But of course, we need to see the hacking mechanic as well, as this is a necessity for how players will be able to gain access to the target ship's airlock, which we are yet to see the hacking process, so hopefully Cloud Imperium have made some good progress in that area, and they can show it off to us one day soon. But personally, I feel like the Legionnaire is a very cool ship, but they do need to find a way to make boarding not one-sided and well-balanced. Anyway, finally, work on the resource network was finished for 10 ships, while legacy updates were made to 3 additional ships to support a new selection of paints. So great hearing about many ships getting the resource network hooked up. As with so many ships in the game right now, it's going to take quite a bit of time to get everything ready for that impactful system. Now, in regards to Invictus Launch Week, which is an in-game event that celebrates the new recruits joining the United Empire of Earth, and is out of law a time when Cloud Imperium put a lot of militarized ships back on sale. Plus, they release some new ships of the same ilk. Now, this event generally happens around the last week or two of May. However, we don't have an official date just yet, but we did hear on Inside starcitizen this week that it will be a 2-week event for the first time, and as stated, they will introduce a handful of ships and vehicles that people have been waiting for. Now, in regards to what vehicles we have been waiting for and what they could be, I would certainly guess at the potential of the RSI Polaris. Bear in mind, this sort of segment of this video is mostly speculation now based on what I've seen from Cloud Imperium, but I get the impression that they want to release the Polaris for Invictus. Whether they can do, of course, is another thing. It'll definitely depend on how quick they can get that done, but I get the impression that that's what they're trying to do. Plus, I also feel the gold standard Retaliator and its new cargo module and modularity is planned for Invictus Launch Week. Do bear in mind, though, ship modularity will just be for that one ship, being the Retaliator when it first drops. But other vehicles could include, and are certainly not limited to, a medical Ursa rover, the cargo mover Argo, and maybe the RSI Zeus as well. Again, this is just speculation. We have no official knowledge of what is coming for Invictus, but these are just the ships that we are aware of. We know they have just released the Mirai Pulse, which is a very small Gravlev bike from MISC's performance division, and this offers two variants, one having a bespoke Gatling laser cannon, which is the first laser Gatling gun for Star Citizen, and the other variant being the LX, which is a thoroughbred racer. They will most definitely have other vehicles that are yet to be revealed, so do expect to see something else that is new as well. But there you have it. That was the latest information regarding all things ships and vehicles. Not a great amount of vehicles mentioned, but the ones that were are pretty cool. With that said though, if you do enjoy my videos, please do consider subscribing and helping the channel to grow. Also, do come and hang out over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. I will be live today, either playing a bit of 323, maybe checking out the latest patch, and potentially going through the monthly reports and watching Star Citizen live. It really depends on just how well 323 performs as to what I decide to do. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, it does the channel a big favour, and tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. Make sure you take advantage of that TOBII deal while it lasts. Big thank you to my patrons and channel members. Cannot do this without you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.